In the dimly lit grounds of the grand estate, Hans, the butler, approached Captain Jonathan with an urgency that mirrored the gravity of the news he bore. Young Master Roman, the seemingly frail scion of the house, had ventured into the city alone, forsaking any protective entourage, on a daring mission to confront the notorious Blood Fang group. Captain Jonathan, a seasoned leader with a penchant for strategic wit, and his loyal soldier regarded this revelation with a mixture of amusement and incredulity. Young Roman, known as the weakest of the house, willingly embroiling himself with the notorious Blood Fang. Laughter erupted from both captain and soldier, echoing within the hallowed halls as they questioned the butler's credibility. Undeterred by the skepticism, Hans stood his ground, insisting vehemently that Roman spoke the truth. Why would the young master lie about such a perilous endeavor? This assertion hung in the air like an unanswered riddle, prompting the captain to delve deeper into the enigma that now unfolded before him. Captain Jonathan's contemplative gaze drifted into the shadows of suspicion. He speculated that Roman's father, the patriarch of the house, might have delivered a forewarning about his son's perilous confrontation with the Blood Fang. A silent plea for assistance, a clandestine call to arms. Imagining the paternal concern that might have spurred this decision, Jonathan resolved to aid Roman and solve the enigma that now enveloped the young master. Despite his musings, the captain couldn't fathom why Roman, lacking the skills of a seasoned warrior, would willingly thrust himself into such a dangerous mission. A sense of urgency gripped Jonathan, prompting him to issue swift commands to his soldiers. The clatter of weapons being readied filled the air as he instructed Hans to guide them to the location of young Master Roman. Assurances flowed from Jonathan's lips like a shield, promising Hans that as long as they were present, the Blood Fang wouldn't dare lay a finger on Roman. Yet beneath the veneer of confidence, Jonathan harbored a nagging thought. If Hans's information held any truth, the need to locate Roman quickly became paramount. The narrative pendulum swung back to Roman, now immersed in a face-off with two vengeful bandits seeking retribution for their fallen comrade. Swift as a shadow, Roman dodged the attacks of the first assailant, bringing him down with a calculated grace. The second bandit, fueled by rage, lunged forward only to meet the force of Roman's counterattack, a powerful kick to the stomach that left him crumpled on the floor. Amidst the chaos, Michael, Roman's steadfast companion, emerged on the scene. The defeated bandit pleaded for mercy, urging Roman not to deliver the final blow. Unyielding, Roman reminded the bandit of the lives he had already extinguished and brandished a knife, threatening to inflict further pain unless the bandit divulged information. In a voice laced with determination, Roman sought the identity of the Blood Fang's leader. The narrative threads then wove into the fabric of a bustling restaurant, where Roman, as enigmatic as ever, approached the counter. The man behind the counter recognized him, curiosity etched across his features. Roman, in his cryptic manner, uttered the words "Tear of the Dawn" from the 20s. The bald guy, a patron in the establishment, interjected, revealing the absence of such a drink in their repertoire. Unfazed, Roman accepted an alternative, requesting a strong drink with the explanation that he had early morning plans, a statement that stirred interest among the bar's patrons. A seamless transition transported the narrative to the bandit who had directed Roman to this particular bar. He unraveled the intricacies of the establishment, detailing the missions assigned through a special code. Intrigued, Roman sought to decode this clandestine language, learning that the code involved mentioning Tear of the Dawn, something strong, and work in the morning, all in a specific sequence. The tapestry of events returned to the pub, where Roman, seated calmly, faced the sudden aggression of the bald guy, who unsheathed his sword, signaling an imminent attack. With the grace of a seasoned warrior, Roman swiftly neutralized the bald guy, then turned his attention to the charging members of the bar. In a display of unparalleled skill, he dispatched them with ease, leaving the remaining patrons in awe. The realization dawned upon them that Roman was not the feeble figure they had anticipated. The narrative momentarily diverged to delve into the concept of murim, a martial arts technique that harnessed strength through controlled breathing. Roman, referred to as the Heavenly Demon, had undergone rigorous martial arts training, though he acknowledged that he had not yet reached his zenith. The onlookers, witnessing his extraordinary prowess, were left stunned by the revelation of his hidden abilities. As additional assailants approached Roman, he dismissed them as mere nuisances, effortlessly thwarting their attempts. The bald guy, regaining consciousness, questioned Roman's motives. Uninterested in providing explanations, Roman pointed out that they had initiated the attack, and now only he and the bald guy stood amidst the aftermath. Roman expressed his intent to pose some questions to the bald guy and led him away for a private conversation. In this moment of tension and revelation, soldiers under the command of Captain Jonathan stormed into the bar, met with a scene of chaos orchestrated by Roman. The tumultuous atmosphere left them shocked and bewildered. Another soldier relayed information from a survivor on the second floor, unveiling the destination of young Master Roman, Lawrence. Jonathan's surprise mingled with confusion as he pondered the reason behind Roman's choice of location. The soldier added that the survivor mentioned Lawrence as the primary stronghold of the Blood Fang. In the ebbing shadows of a clandestine encounter, the narrative unfolds with a clandestine air, transporting us to a pivotal moment that transpired just an hour ago. Roman, a figure cloaked in mystery, finds himself in the company of a bald man, his fingers lost to some ominous past. The air is thick with tension as the bald man, tethered to the dark underbelly of the Blood Fang, remains resolute in his silence. A palpable sense of despair permeates the scene as the bald man implores Roman to end his life, a desperate plea born out of the looming threat of the Blood Fang's vengeance. Yet Roman, with a cryptic smile playing on his lips, admires the bald man's stoicism. There's an unexpected affinity that sparks within Roman, an appreciation for those who endure unspeakable torment without succumbing to the temptation of divulging secrets, those unafraid to stare death in the face. There's a peculiar fondness in Roman's voice, an acknowledgement of the strength he perceives in those who remain tight-lipped amidst torture. It is a testament to Roman's understanding that beneath the veneer of suffering lies the potential for harboring the most valuable of secrets. In an intriguing shift, Roman's attention is drawn to something unseen by the naked eye. A flicker in his gaze betrays the emergence of a plan, a method to test the bald man's resolve further. Roman, with a calculated ease, picks up a photograph. With a deliberate tone, he informs the bald man of his intent to locate and kill the young figure captured within the frame, purportedly the bald man's son. A seismic shock ripples through the bald man, his features contorting with disbelief and dread. Yet in a striking display of defiance, he vehemently denies any familial ties to the innocent face frozen in the photograph. Roman, undeterred, accuses the bald man of falsehoods, insisting that the boy's likeness to the captive is too uncanny to dismiss. Tempers flare as the bald man, angered by Roman's audacity, questions the nobility of one resorting to threats against a family. Roman, however, unfurls a chilling revelation, an insight into the Blood Fang's sinister workings. He peels back the layers of the criminal organization, exposing a modus operandi that turns seemingly ordinary individuals into devilish pawns. Roman delves into the organization's tactics, illustrating how Blood Fang coerces individuals into servitude, pushing them to the precipice of morality. The bald man, however, remains unyielding, steadfast in his belief that the truth won't alter the course of the Blood Fang's retribution. Undeterred, Roman advises the bald man to choose carefully where he places his allegiances, hinting at the high stakes of their ominous game. In a haunting oath, Roman solemnly swears to carry out his earlier threat, a pledge to seek out and end the life of the bald man's son. Yet before the final curtain falls, Roman extends an unexpected olive branch. He gives the bald man a chance, a fleeting opportunity to save his kin. The choice is left dangling in the air, a macabre dance between silence and salvation. As the narrative pivots, we are transported to a different setting, a house where a subordinate relays a tale of Roman's unprecedented feat. An entire division vanquished by the hand of one who was once rejected from the prestigious Royal Swordsman Academy. The shockwaves reverberate through the boss, who, incredulous, seeks Roman's current whereabouts. The revelation that Roman has departed the Dimitry region, armed with information extracted from the morning dew. The bald man enrages the boss. Roman's audacious assault on their headquarters, seemingly a solo endeavor, ignites a fury within the boss. Determined to eradicate this perceived threat, the boss commands a gathering of forces, vowing to eliminate Roman before the formidable Dimitry knights intervene. Simultaneously, the stage transitions to the Lawrence family's palace, a bastion of power and intrigue. The family, displeased with the decisions of the Barco family, engages in a tense discussion about the brewing storm of war. Whispers of substantial loans from the Gold Bank and the ominous preparation for an impending conflict cast a shadow over the once stable Lawrence territory. Flora's father, a patriarch burdened by the weight of impending doom, contemplates the unforeseen turn of events. The central government's unexpected alignment with the Barcos jeopardizes Lawrence's hold on their fertile soil. Amidst fervent debates, an elder statesman urges the family to cling to their territory at all costs, knowing that the survival of Lawrence hinges on the richness of their soil. In a strategic move, Flora's father reveals a glimmer of hope, a marriage alliance with the Dimitry family, The prospect of the Dimitrys' support, their wealth and influence, sparks a flicker of optimism among the Lawrence family members. Their joy is palpable, a momentary respite from the encroaching darkness. Yet, as joy blooms, a cloud of uncertainty descends upon Flora. Outside the door, she grapples with a secret that threatens to unravel the delicate tapestry of alliances. The broken engagement with the Dimitrys. Filled with trepidation, she contemplates the impending revelation to her father, a confession that might fracture the familial unity. In a moment of vulnerability, a soldier emerges, disrupting Flora's internal turmoil. An emergency, a word that shatters the fragile peace within the Lawrence palace, propels the narrative forward. The scene transitions to the border, where Captain Jonathan and his soldiers plead with the Lawrence guards to open the door, citing Roman's imminent danger. A standoff ensues, the Lawrence soldiers unwavering in their demand for protocol. Yet, a revelation of chaos in the Lawrence Plaza prompts Captain Jonathan to escalate his plea. The tension crescendos, setting the stage for a potential breach, all while the fate of Roman Dimitry hangs in the balance. In a riveting twist, the narrative shifts to the Lawrence Central Plaza, a theater of shock and disbelief. Roman emerges, dragging the leader of the Bloodfang, a visual testament to the sinister connection between the criminal organization and the impending war. In the muted hues of dusk, the narrative unfolds, traversing back in time to the clandestine heart of the Bloodfang's lair. The shadows dance with anticipation as the malevolent assembly of the Bloodfang readies itself for the impending confrontation with Roman. Weapons glint ominously, a symphony of danger echoing in the air. The leader, shrouded in overconfidence, believes that the sheer numbers of his faction guarantee victory. Yet, in a sudden twist of fate, fear grips the leader's core, a visceral terror that eclipses his bravado. The scene unravels, revealing Roman's handiwork, every member of the Bloodfang incapacitated, a testament to the enigma that is Roman. His figure emerges, a silhouette against the chaos he has sown, and he strides purposefully towards the quivering leader. Panic engulfs the Bloodfang's commander, who, confronted with the stark reality of his imminent demise, recoils in terror. The narrative seamlessly transitions to the present, the streets serving as the stage for Roman's relentless pursuit of justice. The Bloodfang leader, now at the mercy of Roman's iron will, pleads for his life in a desperate crescendo. Roman, an embodiment of stoicism, remains impervious to the pleas, dragging the blood-soaked figure into the public eye. As the leader begs for mercy, promising servitude in exchange for his life, Roman's refusal reverberates through the onlookers. The streets bear witness to the clash of morality, the executioner and the condemned entangled in a macabre dance. Roman's foot descends with a resounding stomp, a grim finality that echoes through the horrified crowd. The public spectacle unfolds, and Roman seizes the opportunity to lay bare the sins of the Bloodfang. His voice, a clarion call, exposes the organization's malevolence, its tendrils reaching even into the sanctum of the Dimitry family. Roman, unmasking the Bloodfang's treachery against his kin, paints a vivid picture of their nefarious methods, the twisted path that turns ordinary souls into pawns of darkness. The crowd, captive to the unfolding drama, grapples with the shock of revelations. Roman's declaration echoes, condemning the Bloodfang's atrocities and laying bare the gravity of their crimes. A chilling resolve lingers in the air as Roman pronounces his intent to extract the evil from the Bloodfang's leader in the most visceral manner. The execution plays out, a grim tableau that etches itself into the collective memory of the witnesses. Roman's blade becomes an instrument of retribution, severing the ties that bind the Bloodfang to its insidious leader. Captain Jonathan, arriving on the scene, is caught in the undertow of shock, his gaze transfixed upon the brutal spectacle unfolding before him. The narrative pivots to the hallowed halls of Lawrence's seat of power, a meeting room steeped in tension and disquiet. The Lawrence family, blindsided by the revelation of Roman's unorthodox intervention, grapples with the ramifications of his audacious act. Flora's father, the Baron, stands at the epicenter of the storm, a visage of disbelief etched upon his countenance. The members of the Lawrence family, privy to the unsettling news, express concern over the gravity of Roman's actions. The specter of unauthorized murder looms, an offense that demands attention. Yet Flora's father, a complex tapestry of emotions, is torn between the need for justice and a begrudging acknowledgement of the Bloodfang's malevolence. In a decisive moment, Flora's father resolves to summon Roman, seeking clarity from the orchestrator of this unforeseen upheaval. The door creaks open, heralding Roman's entrance into the chamber. The presence of Captain Jonathan at Roman's side serves as a testament to the collaborative efforts that transpired in the pursuit of justice. Roman, stoic and resolute, greets the Baron with a nod, a subtle acknowledgement of the complex dynamics at play. Flora's father, not one to mince words, implores Roman to unravel the enigma behind his violent foray into Lawrence territory. The air thickens with tension as the fate of alliances and engagements teeters on the precipice. The narrative unfurls another layer as the scene shifts outside the room, where Flora, unaware of the storm brewing within, seeks answers from a soldier. Her inquiry, tinged with curiosity, revolves around the enigmatic figure who had just entered her father's office, Roman Dimitry. The soldier, bearing witness to the unfolding drama, cryptically hints at a revelation that awaits Flora. Back within the confines of the meeting room, Roman begins to recount the genesis of his intervention. The tale weaves through the fabric of days past, an odyssey that commenced with the Bloodfang's assault on an innocent citizen. A catalyst for Roman's decisive action, the recollection unfolds like a somber ballad, each note resonating with a sense of duty and moral imperative. Flora's father, a mixture of incredulity and concern, presses Roman on the authority that sanctioned his intervention. Roman, with a measured gaze, acknowledges the lack of explicit authority, laying bare the skepticism he harbored regarding Lawrence's proactive stance against the Bloodfang. A ripple of discontent courses through the Lawrence nobles, while Captain Jonathan, once a confidant of Roman's, grapples with the transformation of the man before him. Roman's revelation casts a shadow on the apathy of Lawrence's response to the Bloodfang's menace. The nobles, indignant at Roman's audacity, question the propriety of his unilateral action. Yet Flora's father, a shrewd tactician, contemplates the essence of Roman's gambit, a move born out of necessity, a stark reminder of Lawrence's failure to curb the Bloodfang's influence. As Roman faces the scrutiny of Lawrence's nobility, a surprising twist unfolds, the Baron's pragmatic admission that he was unaware of Ben Miles' true identity. The revelation shifts the dynamics, forcing the nobles to confront the reality that the Bloodfang's leader had operated under the guise of criminal notoriety within Lawrence's jurisdiction. In masterful stroke, Flora's father diffuses the tension, declaring the case closed and absolving Roman of immediate consequences. The calculated move is a testament to the Baron's political acumen, recognizing the potential benefits of aligning with a figure capable of decisive action. Roman, unyielding in his convictions, stands his ground. The meeting concludes with a promise of future rewards for Roman, a gesture that hints at a nuanced understanding of the value he brings to the Lawrence alliance. Outside the meeting room, the Baron instructs his servant to summon Flora, anticipating a pivotal moment of revelation. The wheels of fate turn, and Flora, blissfully unaware, is beckoned to meet her father, a meeting that promises to reshape the contours of her future. The narrative threads intertwine as Roman, Jonathan, and their retinue return to the Dimitry territory. Captain Jonathan, unable to reconcile the metamorphosis of the once familiar Roman, confronts him about the provocative confrontation with the Baron. Roman, enigmatic and calculated, unveils the rationale behind his actions, the perception of Lawrence's negligence, and the need for decisive intervention. Jonathan, stunned by Roman's foresight, grapples with the realization that the man before him has evolved into a strategic architect, a far cry from the Roman Dimitry of yesteryears. The chasm between expectation and reality widens, and Jonathan, like the Lawrence nobles, struggles to comprehend the layers of complexity that now shroud Roman's identity.